This is such a fun episode for you as a health inspector looking to get back at his high school bully with the help of Method Man and his muscle building, um, his gym.
Yes, exactly.
Um,
Yes.
is that what you were sort of told a little bit of the backstory about your character as well? Is there a deeper sort of backstory you were given on him?
No, that's basically what I was told. I mean, I think the majority of us have had a bully at some point. So unless you were the bully, sometimes you're both. You can be the bully and be bullied. But so no, I know what that feeling is like. I also know that reunion feeling, and wanting to try to right all of the wrongs in high school in one night and be like, now I'm fine. Um,
That's
so
right. I'm
yeah,
healed. This has come full circle. I'm healed now.
yes, exactly. It didn't even bother me that much anyway, and I should have said. But it definitely it made a lot of sense to me. And I felt for my character.
Well, you've been asked before if you can fight, and I think this is what they mean because you have a full on. I think we know the answer now, I should say, because you have a full on battle scene with Method Man throughout the
Oh my gosh.
episode. Um, Certainly, he throws a discus of.
Yeah,
I mean, first of all, you know karate. I should start there.
thank
Um,
you.
do you?
I
Do you
did
warm
well.
up?
I'm a big fan of karate, and I did take Taekwondo when I was a kid, and I got to the yellow belt level, which is one above white belt, and then I had a series of asthma attacks that took me out. But I've always loved watching martial arts and so and then I watched a whole bunch of karate videos to try to remind myself of some of the moves.
So that was
And
you and not a stunt man.
Yeah, there was a lot that was me. There was a stuntman there also, but we were able to use a lot of just my my moves.
I mean, we certainly know everyone deserves a spot, which is a great key to unlocking this episode when you're a spot at the gym, which is a
Oh
great key
yes.
to unlocking it. And you have such a tete-a-tete with Method Man, but there's this great rapport you have with Natasha as well, when you guys are first fleshing out these things. And I don't know the name of the actress who also is
Oh,
with
Patty Harrison.
Patty Harrison. Okay. Her character, the three of you just seem to have, and I felt like a chemistry between your character
Yeah.
and Patty's as well. There seemed to be like a little bit of a flirt thing going on.
Yes,
Was that
exactly.
there too?
Yeah, that was definitely there. It was sort of funny because the way it was written and kind of the way we played it was that I am kind of ignoring Natasha, and it was sort of funny to do that because I'm a fan of the show. I'm like, oh, there's Charlie, but and I'm like, excuse me, I'm trying to talk to to Patty over here. But I just thought it was really funny, and Natasha had all of these. I don't even know what's made it in, but she had like a couple improvisations that really made me laugh, and I had to just like barely focus on her. But there was one time where I introduced myself to Patty's character, and then she comes over and introduces herself and says, "Hey, Charlie, I'm a human too." Or something like that. She said, but she's so brilliant. They're both so brilliant, and it was so fun. I've been a fan of Patty's for a long time as well.
You do have such great comedic timing, and there's great comedic beats to the episode as well. Certainly with Charlie, it brings it as well. Did you and Natasha, and also maybe even Method Man, work out the comedic moments that you guys spent together, or flesh out, like those little beats to the comedy? Or, at this point, they know you know what you're doing, so you sort of trust what's on the script and find it when you're in the moment.
Yeah, I mean it's a combination of both. I mean, first of all, we had such a wonderful director. Clea Duvall is just such a wonderful actor herself, but she's an incredible director too. And I think, because she's an actor, she knows actors. She would come up, and it was less about the timing, but more about try it with this sort of vibe. What if it's like this? What if it's like this? And then, gives you like a fun diving board basically, and you're like, "Oh, okay, I'll jump off that one. Let me see what that's like." And then you kind of feel it out with each other. And Method Man was so funny as well. And yeah, and it was interesting. You find these little moments and you go, "Oh, that was cool. Let's keep that for the next one." Or that I tried something, it didn't quite work. Let me try something else next time. But yeah, it's so fun to get to work with so many wonderful people, and you just get to kind of react off of them. And I had to try not to laugh at Natasha because she was really cracking me up every time.
Okay, well, you're a health inspector who apparently knows what human baby milk smells like, um,
Yes.
which is my one of my favorite moments. You're like, I know what baby milk smells like. That was one of my favorite. Certainly, your connection with Patty. Were there specific moments that you really just loved filming, or ones that you're most proud of the work you put into?
Um, you know, First of all, the writing on that show is so wonderful, and so there was so much of it that was like the words themselves are already so funny. So it's like kind of getting out of the way of it, or saying something that's so silly as seriously as possible. It makes it so fun to work on. And but I think I might be most proud of that whole fight sequence. It was so much fun. And Method Man, or Cliff, was so just like game to try it. And we both had stuntmen there and available, but we both really wanted to do as much as we could ourselves. And it was fun. We could be like a little rough with each other, and mess things up, and it was great. It was a great time.
I mean, it's such a great episode. First of all, you get to see Natasha actually exercise, which I think the world never knew could happen. Um,
Vape in one hand,
and
dumbbell in the
on
other.
the other hand, yes, I mean,
However
and
you get it done.
it's
I
right.
loved it.
And it's all started with, a neck adjustment. Who knew?
Yes, exactly, exactly. Oh, it's so
Um,
fun.
this is such a special series, and I think Poker Face has just become this beloved show that Natasha is just really a triumph in as well. And what did it mean to you to take part in it?
Well, it was huge. I first met Natasha working with Clea again, as a director and an actor, in her independent movie, The Intervention, that Melanie was also in. And it was really fun to sort of see the three of them together because, they have known each other for decades since But I'm a Cheerleader. And it's incredible to see, three people all in the same movie at this one time, and the incredibly different and varied career paths they've all had to then end up, where they all are, and so respected and so loved in their fields. And so it was so fun for me to get to see Natasha. I wasn't there for Melanie's episode, but to see Natasha and Clea. I saw them when they first saw each other back on set, Natasha's first day on the episode, and they like gave each other a big hug. And it was just there's so much history there and so much love there. And they're all so proud of each other in such a beautiful way. And so it was really meaningful. And I think Natasha is so incredible. I think her journey is so amazing. I think her Saturday Night Live hosting was one of the best. It was like her monologue was so vulnerable and beautiful and funny and amazing. And then she just killed it in every single sketch. And I think I remember the first time I saw her was in Slums of Beverly Hills. And she's just one of these people that's like, it's incredible to see her just at the top of her game and just killing it and just I'm just so excited for her and proud of her and as a fellow sober person, I'm just like, wow, what an inspiration. Look what you can accomplish. Even when, at your lowest moment, you think that that's would be impossible. If someone could tell her like this would be in your future, like it's just it's inspiring to anybody who's struggling with that kind of stuff. And as someone who definitely did, I love these kinds of stories. I love these
Redemption arc.
yes, rising from the ashes, Phoenix stories.
Well, I think you've become the internet's favorite husband. We love your dance videos. I
Oh, thank
mean,
you.
you are the most supportive husband I think maybe we've ever seen. I mean, you just blown up. You've become, I should say, a social media darling at this point.
Oh, that's
Um,
nice of you.
do you have any more plans for some dance videos to come out, or are they in the works? Or I mean, we have to get
I
Melanie another job so that maybe you have alone time at the house a little bit more.
yeah, exactly. The
Impossible.
alone
Or
time is key. Yeah, that's definitely key. But no, I mean it's been so fun. I've been dancing like a fool since high school where I would force myself. I got so sick of being so shy and like being nervous that people were gonna think I was nerdy or a bad dancer or like couldn't, So I would listen to music and I would just freeze. And then, you see kids dancing and they're like they don't care what they're just like feeling the music and doing it. And I was like, well, I'll do that. I can do that. And that feels a lot better than just standing completely still and maybe nodding my head and maybe bending my one knee back and forth. So yeah, it's been fun. And, I had to get over my first few waves of embarrassment. I didn't know how anybody would react when I first started posting those. And then people were supportive and nice and it was great.
and then you blew up with the internet's love for your wife. I think people are going to start inundating you after Poker Face with like that quote, like where it says like, "Can you fight?" And then you're like, "Yes, I can." And then you're just going to be like inundated with lots of people creatively coming up with gifs and memes and all sorts of video reels and stuff for you. So I'm hopefully you're
Oh my
looking
gosh.
forward to the incredible love you will be receiving for your time on Poker Face. Uh,
I do hope so. I did those little fight videos and I knew there, I was trying to be silly, but I'm excited for people to see, when I'm supposed to actually be beating someone up, how that looks as well. I think in real life, I'm much closer to the silly fighting. I don't know if that I could win a fight necessarily, but that wouldn't stop me from trying. Um, but
protect
it is
Melanie at all costs, right? We have to.
absolutely we have to. We definitely have to. She's a treasure.
Well, we know you have another season of Matlock to come. What are the other projects that you've been busy working on?
I've been working on this show, besides Matlock and Poker Face, Lanterns. It's a Green Lantern. It's a show set in the Green Lantern universe for HBO, and it is so fun. And I have such a hard time talking about it because I'm not ever sure what I'm allowed to say or not. Uh, I'm having a great time. The writing is impeccable, and it's a really fun sci-fi, fantasy mystery series, and it's very grounded but cool, and I'm just so excited. The characters are also great, and it'll definitely keep you guessing until the end.
What would you like to say then to everyone who are fans and supporters of the incredible work you continue to do on our screens? You just have this incredible gift for comedy, but also, you seamlessly bounce to drama as well. I think Matlock is just an exceptional vehicle for you. What would you like to say to people who continue to support the wonderful work you do?
I am so I'm so incredibly grateful to the people that follow me or like me or I it's such a wonderful and lovely group of people. I'm a little bit of a sensitive guy, and a negative comment can really you know, take me down for a couple days. And so to see that by and large, the people who gravitate towards or towards liking the things that I do have been so supportive and kind and loving, and those negative comments are so few and far between. And I really appreciate that. I see a lot of other people who have to wade through awful comments, and again, I get my fair share, but the people who like to comment awful things, they like to stay on the internet and comment a lot. And just like Yelp reviews or anything, you're more likely to leave a Yelp review if you're angry than if you're grateful. So, but I'm really so buoyed, buoyed by the people who take the time to just write something really nice to me. And I read everything and I take it in, and I am so appreciative of all of them and their beautiful hearts.